Hi everyone, this is Marcus from SQL Point Tools. Today I want to show you how you can use the new feature that we just released, the rebalance option. As you navigate through the rebalance option in here, you're going to see you have a few options as a predefined template that you can use for your stocks and how you want to distribute them, or you can, let's say, come in here and manually define an allocation for each one of them. So for example, I want 10% of this company, I want another 10% of this, I want 10% of this, and I want also a 10% of this. Now you see, for example, that we crossed the total threshold of 100%. So we gotta make some adjustments. So I want to reduce the allocation that I have in these ones. So for example, yeah, 26.2. Okay. Now, if I save the allocation, then it shows me, for example, that now I'm 20% over of my desired allocation, which is 30%, right? So I either, let's say, theoretically, what you can do is, of course, sell this position, or if you start rebalancing your other positions, that can also show you what you need to do. The other option that we have in here is also by sector. So sometimes you don't want to do allocation on your portfolio based on a stock in particular, but you want to do based on a sector. So you can click in here and you can see currently how your stocks are allocated based on the different markets or the different sectors. So in information technology, we have two companies. We have ADP and Microsoft. If you look at industrials, you have Poste Italiane and you have Caterpillar. If you look at real estate, you have the realty income, etc., etc. So here, what you can do is instead of putting a allocation per holding, you can do an allocation based on the segment. So I don't want a 32% in here. I actually want only 10% here. I want 10% in financials, another 10% in utilities. Okay. And then I want here, I want another, let's say, to make it 100%, I want 12% in utilities and another 12% in financial. Okay, so I saved this. Okay, so 35, and then here, done. Now, the other thing as well that you want to do, so is to check, okay, so I have now an allocation in here and it spreads evenly across them, all the stocks that you have. So if I want only 10%, then it's going to be 5% each. Now, here you can see, for example, what is the difference between one another. You see that you're heavily concentrated in one particular holding and not so concentrated in the other one, okay? You can also check for the other ones as well. For example, you put 12% into financial. So you see, for example, what do you need to make an allocation in each one of them. Now, here is something interesting that you can use. Let's say that you have 1,000 to invest. How much do I need to buy on each one of them, right? Here is only going to show you, you have two options. You have the buy only option and you have the full rebalance option. So in the buy only, it's only going to consider buying activities of stocks. So basically, what do I need to buy on each one of them to make sure that it fits my target allocation. So here for Microsoft, I need to make a purchase of 130 euros. For this one, 78, and so on and so on. If I do full rebalance, then it's going to show me that I need to sell. And this is the quantity to be sold based on the current price of the stock. Okay, so this is how you can use, uh, this is what you can use then for making your portfolio rebalance as well. So if we come here, let's say, okay, so I don't have 1,000 euros, but I have only 500 euros, then it shows as well what to buy on each one of them. Okay, so one quantity of this ETF, 17 of this one, etc., etc. Okay. Thanks for watching the video. I hope it was useful for you to learn how you can do portfolio rebalance, and see you on the next one.